So hello and welcome back to Griffith's Production, where there's a whole load of teasers, stories and chaos. So this YouTube video is going to be a little bit different. So this is I can guess you've all seen the Eastenders flash forward to 2027 next year that happened on New Year's Day. I would hope that you've all watched it because there was a lot to unpack, and I mean an absolute lot. There is so much to unpack on this. It is going to be explosive. There's so many questions, so I just thought I'd do a little bit of review on what I thought and what I think could be coming. But do you know what? This is actually this was a really good New Year's Day episode for EastEnders, and they've not done one like this for a long time. They have done a flash forward, but we got that back in 2023 with the 6 at Christmas. So they're doing but this skips like a year or something. So it's actually quite good, to be honest, to try and, because it's just I think they've done this because they're probably losing viewers because of how boring EastEnders has been recently. But so they're probably doing this to keep us all peeled again, and they're probably going to ride it out throughout the year, which they will. But I can guarantee they'll screw up somewhere, because EastEnders always do. But I just thought I'd unpack a lot of it just to tell what I think. There was a few surprises in this episode, which I thought my mouth dropped to the floor. I was that shocked. It was so big. It was probably the biggest episode and the best episode I've ever watched of EastEnders. But yeah, so I just thought I'd see what I can unpack and see what I can come up with, and yeah, just see what everyone thinks. And if you have got some your own theories, then put them down in the comments, because you're more than welcome to. And I will be reading your comments in my next video to see what you think of it. And yeah, so get comfy and stay tuned. So the episode opened with Max in bed with someone. Right, it says, so basically we don't know who's in bed with Max, who's pregnant, right? And is he cheating on his wife? This clearly is not his wife. Clearly he's cheating on his wife. Typical Max Branning, never changes. So we know that he's not going to be a good father to his kids, because why would he be if he's cheating on his wife on the wedding day? Typical Max Branning. But I've been racking my brain thinking, who could this be? I did think Zoe Slater at first, but she slept with Max years ago. So she'd be pregnant by now, and she would have had the baby. So it's not Zoe, and I'm thinking Stacey. So what if Stacey returns this year, which she's bound to, and she sleeps with him and gets pregnant? But I don't think Stacey would do something like that to Martin. I know Martin's not here anymore, but I don't think she'd betray Martin like that, because she knows that Martin didn't like Max. I mean, nobody likes Max, but there you go. But I just feel like there's something. I have a feeling this is not who we're expecting. This could be Tanya. Maybe Tanya returns this year, and maybe Tanya gets pregnant with him again and sleeps with him. But I don't think Tanya likes him either, to be honest. But I'm not surprised that Max is in bed with a woman again, because it's only a matter of time, isn't it, really, of how quick Max can bed someone so quickly. But I am just really to be honest, I feel this whole episode was karma hitting Max because of what he's done, how he's treated his kids over the years. Like how he used to treat Abby, how he's been with Lauren recently, like how he's like shouting at everyone and like telling his own kids that he cares, but he really doesn't about them. He doesn't care about them. He's not bothered with them for years. So why would Max be the superhero dad he is? Because he's not. Like, it's too late, mate. So, I mean, what if EastEnders are showing us this because this is like Max getting his comeuppance for being a bad dad? So basically, all this is happening because of Max, because of the way he is with his own kids. Don't get me wrong, I don't like Max. I'm not a big fan of Max. I haven't liked Max since he slept with Stacey in 2007. Like, I haven't liked him since. I can't stand the person. Can't stand the bloke. He is a horrible man. So this bit really got me because I thought, okay, he's being arrested. Things have escalated a lot quick. But then I was like, okay, it's the flash forward. I completely forgot they were doing this. But then when I watched it, I sort of got the idea. I was like, okay, this is going to happen throughout the year. Like, all this is going to accumulate, big word, and get to this by 2027 on New Year's. So, like, what could possibly be happening? Like, who is Max trying to get killed, or who has he got killed? Like, who's he working with? The only person that I can think that he's working with is Nicola, because he was flirting with Nicola in the bar. So what if him and Nicola get, sleep together? Maybe she's the one that's pregnant again. But I did think Ravi, but then I was like, okay, it wouldn't be I don't think it'd be Ravi. What if, right? What if, this is just a big theory, this is just like, correct me if you think I'm going over the top here, but what if Max has tried to get Zach killed? Because just think about this, right? So Nicola doesn't like Zach. Nicola absolutely hates Zach because obviously he's the one that told Barney that he was his dad. And obviously Nicola tried to get him done in, basically. So what if Max and Nicola have worked together to try and off Zach? Like, they've tried, but he's not dead. He's still out there. And also the fact that Zach didn't like how Barney was being treated, or how Barney was living with his family, like what they were getting into with like the whole Shireen storyline. So what if Max and obviously Max said to Lauren that he knows what she's been doing. So what if he knows that she was sleeping with Zach and she cheated on Peter? Or what if it's Peter that he's trying to get killed? Because Max doesn't like Peter and Peter doesn't like Max. So what if Max has tried to hired a hitman or hired someone to get Peter killed? And that's why Peter's obviously a bit, and that's why Lauren's cheating or going off and meeting someone. Well, can I just say, this absolutely floored me, right? Libby Fox returns sometime this year, right? We don't know when, we don't know how long, if it's temporary or permanent. I can just imagine it's temporary, because these actors always come back like for a brief stint. But like, what if, obviously Libby's clearly back because of one of her family members are getting married. So it's either Chelsea or Denise that is the bride. But where's Denise gone? Because when Libby come in with Patrick into Jack's, Libby goes, "Where's Mom?" Like, I have seen, and then the phone rang, and she said, "Oh, look who it is." So what if, just correct me if I'm wrong, but what if Lucas is out of prison? Because we don't know how long Lucas got in prison. What if he got a year, 2 years, and he's out by now? And he's the one, because he doesn't like the fact that maybe Denise is marrying Max, and Lucas doesn't like it because he's jealous, because he's always had a thing for Denise. But I'm so glad that Libby's back. I absolutely love Libby. I've waited years for Libby to come back. But yeah, it's just like, it's going to be really good now Libby's back. Right, so, I mean, typical Lauren. She clearly hasn't changed either. She's just as toxic as her dad. Don't get me wrong, I love Lauren. I think Lauren's really good looking, like she's gorgeous. But the fact that she's cheating, or she's meeting someone and she's like having an affair with them, or she's meeting up behind someone's back or whatever, like, Peter has no idea, just means how much of a Branning she really is. Because if she was that loyal to Peter and that loyal to Jimmy and her and Louis and all that and her family and everyone, she wouldn't go out and have an affair. If she married Peter because she loves him and she was truly sorry about the whole Zach situation, because Lauren knows how much Peter didn't like that. So what if basically Lauren is having an affair with like an old face or someone that's due to return throughout the year? And what if, like, everyone, I've seen theories saying that it's Zach she's having an affair with. I mean, she could be, but I don't think she'd want to go back to sneaking around. But I mean, clearly she loves it, because this is Lauren, for God's sake. So what if she's having an affair with Zach, but she's pretending that she's meeting a friend or she's meeting family? What if she says she's meeting Tanya, but she's really not meeting Tanya? Or what if Joey Branning back, but he's been recast, and she's the one sleeping with Joey because she realised Joey's back? Like, it's just like typical Lauren. I don't, this isn't anything new to viewers about what Lauren's doing, because she cheated on Peter with Zach. She slept with, didn't she cheat on didn't she cheat on someone, the old Peter, where she had an affair with that Jake ages ago, played by Warren Fox from Hollyoaks? Didn't she sleep with him behind his wife's back? I mean, come on, Lauren does have a pretty face, but Lauren's no like big hero. Lauren's no saint compared to her father. Like, them two are clearly father and daughter, and they deserve the title. Another thing as well is, who is Ethan? Who's baby Ethan? Because clearly this kid is not Jack's. And it won't be Lauren's. This baby is not Lauren's. So it's either Penny's, but Penny's passed away, or Penny's died somehow throughout the year. Or what if it's Amy's? Or another theory I've had, what if it's Libby's baby, and she's come back because the baby is in Jack's care, because she feels like she can't look after the kid. She feels like she's going to fail the kid because she's too busy at her job or whatever. She's got other things to worry about. So maybe she doesn't want to give the baby up to an adopted family, but she just wants to, maybe her mum Denise was looking after the baby, but what if something triggered Denise to up and run or leave Jack? And now, obviously, or another theory that I think could be happening, is, what if Libby and Jack have slept together and that baby is Jack's? What if, like they said, apparently it's not, but Jack's clearly taking care of this baby, whoever's it is. What if it's Vinny's and Penny's? Another big shock was right at the end. Max had been arrested, right? And he'd come out, he drove back to the square, he got out the car, he went up to the house or the flat or wherever he was living, and he'd basically got a text from a random person saying, with a video of Lauren and Oscar with a gun pointed at them, saying, Lauren or Oscar, choose, in capital letters. So, and people have been speculating about the gunman. People have been saying Vincent Hubbard. That is like a massive possible suspect, because there's been hints throughout like the past few years of Vincent coming back, or people were saying that he was Oki's dad or Oki's boss. So that's possible. Someone said Tanya, but I was like, no, it won't be Tanya, because why would Tanya kidnap her own kids? Tanya would not put her kids at gunpoint and frighten them even more after everything that they've been through over the past years. Tanya wouldn't do that. Someone also said Stacey, and I was like, okay, Stacey, really? Why Stacey? I'm not being funny, I adore Stacey. I can't wait for her to come back soon, whenever she's ready. But no, it wouldn't be Stacey. Stacey's not capable of... Yeah, I mean, she's capable of murdering someone, but not shooting them or kidnapping them. Like, Stacey's scared when she whacks someone over the head with a wrench. Cough, Phil, cough. But it wouldn't be her. Someone said Janine. But why would Janine have anything? Why would Janine kidnap Oscar and Lauren? She's got nothing against them. Someone said Mick. Now this does make sense, because what if obviously he's trying to get back at Max because he's back? But obviously I've heard that Danny Dyer has had a bit of a beef with the producers, so he won't be coming back. And it won't be Jay, because Jay's not coming back for good. But it's just going around in my mind, and I cannot wait for this episode to air next year. I know we've got a whole year of going through like theories and putting stuff together, but I can't wait. So make sure you like and subscribe, and please comment down below what you think, your theories, who you think the gunman is, who you think that Max tried to kill, who is baby Ethan, why Libby's back, and everything that you think could be happening. But the only thing that really did my head in is I've got a feeling that Stacey won't be returning next year, because there was no mention of Stacey. There was no little snippet of Stacey. There wasn't any mention that, I mean, we don't know if that's who Max is marrying, but there was no mention of Stacey. There was nothing to do with the, with the like Slaters or anything. So like, what could be happening? It's just baffling me. But I just thought I'd do this quick review, even though it's not been quick, but just to wrap everything up and just see what I think and put my mind to it and everything. But yeah, so I hope, but please comment down below what you think is going to happen throughout the year, and like who you'd reckon. The more I want to know your theories more on who the gunman is, who has Lauren and Oscar, because I need, like, it's just baffling me. I've got so many possible suspects. Like, there's loads of people out there who are after Max, who hate Max with a passion, myself included. But like, just let me know.